What's up, everybody? It's Alan from Breaking and Entering. We are here hanging out at Can at the Open Mic Open Producer Showcase with none other than former Big Beat MKE champion, Spacecrime. How
It
are
is
you doing
I.
today?
I'm doing great.
You're having
Yeah.
a good year, man.
Yeah.
You're on a roll. For those that don't know, Sounds
Thanks.
from the Milky Way Volume 1 is out now on all the
It
streaming
is.
platforms.
Yes.
Let's talk about that project a little bit and what all went into it. When did you decide, hey, I want to do something that is this big, that has all these artists on it? We're going to make a vinyl out of it. Like,
Yeah.
when did you kind of say, like, let's put the wheels in motion on this thing?
Yeah. So that was essentially because of my friend Martin, who runs Triple I Industries and is in Gorilla Ghost with Bad Graphics Ghost. He approached me. I had remixed a few Gorilla Ghost tracks,
Sure.
and him and Chuck really liked them. So he approached me after, I think it was the year after I won Big Beat. It was like the year after that, but I saw him again at Big Beat, and he was like, "I think it's time for a Triple I Industries Spacecrime collabo."
He gave you that big industry, like the Birdman
Man,
rub, and
yeah.
it was like, it's time to go.
As far as Milwaukee labels, it was a perfect fit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it after he approached me about that, and he was like, "Would you want to just do an instrumental album?" And I was like, "You know what? It'd be more fun and challenging to actually make it like a producer album, but have an artist on every track."
Yeah.
And we came up with that idea like a year before it came out. It took about a year to record. And
I was gonna say, you have to track down all those artists. When you're curating a project like that, do you make the beat first and say, I want this person on it? Or does it work the other way? Do you say, I want to do a record with this person, let me make a beat that's going to be tailored to it?
Yeah, so it was a mixture of both. I think it was a batch of like 30 beats before any vocal recording had gone into the project.
Sure.
I sent a few different options to most of the artists I wanted on in there.
Okay.
And probably like 5 out of the 10 beats on the project that's now streaming were from that original beat pack.
Sure.
The other 5 were like, I like this beat, but could we do something different?
Oh, okay.
Or I like the tempo, but could we do a different sample or a different vibe? Yeah.
Sure.
And I'm happy to do that in general. But it worked out this time where it felt like it was still all me.
Yeah.
I got to make all the final decisions on the beats, but like the track with Twan and Mad Static, I think I sent them like 3 different beats.
Okay.
And they had even picked one. And then the day before they went in to record, I was like, I think this one's better. And they agreed. They were like, all right, yeah. So there was definitely room to call some audibles and switch things up. Yeah.
Let's also talk about, you remixed some records from the Rusty Pelicans.
Yeah. Super happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, Milwaukee legends in their own right.
Absolutely.
When they approached you about that, did you kind of have a game plan, or were you kind of like, well, I have this? Like, how did that kind of all go down?
Definitely didn't have a game plan. They approached me after the Twan Max celebration event this past winter. Great day. And it was cool to run. I ran into them in the parking lot. Was like, loved your set. Like, I feel like those guys haven't aged a day since I was like 20. Like, lyrically, they're better than ever. And they were like, we'd like to do like a remix or maybe a couple tracks with you. We'll be in touch.
Okay.
And sure enough, a few weeks later, they sent me an acapella for the track Amen.
Okay.
And I pretty much just I dragged that acapella into Logic, which is what I use, and I just started like chopping up samples underneath the vocal and built like the whole track around the instrumental chops, and then added drums.
Super dope.
At the last minute.
Yeah, and now it's out, so you can go check that out.
Yep.
Well, thank you for doing this. Thank you for
Absolutely
doing this with
Absolutely.
us. If people want to find you, follow you, of course, follow this man on Instagram and TikTok, because he's making the videos.
Yeah, I'm very active on Instagram. I'm trying to do more production or music-based videos than I did all winter. But yes, there will still be cats driving at least once a week.
What's where's the best place to follow you?
And Instagram is where I'm most active, at Spacecrime Beats, all one word with a Z at the end. And yeah, I am now on TikTok. I'm on Threads randomly. I kind of just
Who knows
post
with
trash
the
on
internet?
there,
People
but
are
yeah.
just throwing
Hey,
stuff
I'm old enough. I'm still on Facebook. I'm still active on Facebook. So
Find this man on Facebook, but also find him on Instagram.
please.
Thank you so much for doing this. For more
Thanks,
from the
Alan.
Milwaukee music scene, make sure you check out breakingandentering.net. You can also check us out on all of the social medias. We're Breaking and Entering everywhere. So it is Spacecrime with another one, and we will see you next time.
Much love.